When it comes to bags to carry your deck boxes and other Magic the Gathering accessories to a large tournament, the Magic player is presented with an ever-growing list of products which attempt to meet some or all of a Magic player's complex needs. The construction quality and protection offered by the current selection of bags on the market is ever-changing and hard to determine on looks alone, which is why in this video I will be exhaustively reviewing 4 bags that meet every budget, protection requirement, and aesthetic sensibility. First up, we have the plastic shopping bag available from almost any store in your neighborhood. It gets points for its size, compactness, and cost, which is generally free. Unfortunately, the protection offered by this bag is somewhat non-existent, and I'm going to put it to the test today with one of my infamous shake tests. Doesn't seem very protected. Still not protected. As is plainly obvious here in Exhibit A, the plastic shopping bag failed to protect my Magic the Gathering deck box from damage in what could be described as a normal use occasion. While it may appear to have a long list of cons, the plastic shopping bag somewhat mitigates them by being an excellent place to hide if you've done something stupid and people are laughing at you. I carefully considered its merits, and I've decided to award the plastic shopping bag a score of A+. Next up, we have an excellent bag from my kitchen. It isn't very good. It's not even a bag. One pro is that you can eat it, and it's tasty. But then you don't have a bag anymore. This one took a lot of time, and I had to recalculate my review spreadsheet multiple times, but I've decided to give this bag a B for bread. The penultimate bag in this review is perfect for the Magic the Gathering grinder who wants to maximize their tournament value by hiking to the tournament center and camping outside. Here we have the 50-liter F-Stop Talopa outdoor hiking survival bag complete with external carry straps for tent and 2 trekking poles. This bag is terrible for a Magic the Gathering tournament. I'm not even going to give it a shake test. It's too big to fit in the confined spaces of a Magic the Gathering tournament table next to your Magic the Gathering cohorts. And let's be honest for a second. Most Magic tournaments are in a large city. And if you're camping in a large city, you're not camping. You're homeless. And no one likes a homeless Magic player. After careful consideration, I've decided to give this bag a score of HMP, or Homeless Magic Player. And finally, we have the Everyday Sling bag by Peak Design. This is an excellent Magic the Gathering bag with all kinds of wonderful protective and organization features that many Magic players will find valuable. It's the winner of this review of 4 bags, and I can't wait to tell you more about it. So this is the Everyday Sling bag by Peak Design, and it is really chock full of protective elements and organization features that I think a Magic player would really appreciate at a tournament. But I also think those same Magic players could use a bag like this in their everyday lives. I've been using this bag for about a year. I really like it, and while I don't normally do gear reviews, I think this is a piece of gear that I would really stand behind. and I think it's something that a lot of people would really appreciate. Now, I will say that this bag is not for everyone. This bag is going to be more expensive than some people are willing to pay. The thing is, I am very picky when it comes to my gear, things like backpacks and bags. I want them to facilitate whatever activity is that I'm trying to do, whether it's something like photography, magic, or travel, and I really do not want the bag to get in the way of that. I want it to help, not to hinder. Okay, so I have a few features I want to talk to you about that I think are really important for the Magic player, a few features that I just want to mention, and then I also want to show you what I would take to a Magic tournament. Okay, so I think the first and foremost, that's most important is the warranty. The Everyday Sling bag has a 1-year warranty, and I have had experience with their warranty services. I have another Peak Design bag. It's a backpack, and I kind of abuse it, and I broke it. I emailed their support within 3 days. I had a replacement bag, and they paid for me to ship back the other one. So I think that can really give you confidence when investing in something like this. I think the second most important feature is its protective capabilities. And in this case, the entire bag is waterproof. I don't remember the exact name of this fabric, but if I pull it up close here, you can kind of tell that it has this very durable, very protective quality to it, and it really feels like a quality made material. Additionally, the bag has a lot of thick enough foam padding around it that's going to give it some impact protection as well. I don't think that's as important for Magic cards, but what I'm primarily interested in is the protective capabilities in the wet. Okay, so the third most important feature to Magic players is its organization. How can this help you organize? And this is one of my favorite features about Peak Design products. But all of their bags include these very customizable dividers. As you can see here, you can fold them down, you can subdivide them, and you can even Velcro them down to the side so that you can really kind of create a bag that is customized exactly to how you need it. If all you want to do is, say, carry a water bottle and then put a bunch of Magic boxes in here, that's something that you can do. Additionally, the bag internally has a bunch of smaller pockets for you to organize smaller items without having them fall all over the place. If there's one thing in a bag that I really truly cannot stand, it's a big cavernous opening that just causes everything to get jumbled and I'm forced to rummage for things. If my tournament round goes to time and I have just precious minutes between rounds, the last thing I want to do is rummage through my bag while I'm looking for something. They also have some nice subdivided pockets here as well. So the fourth feature that I think is really important for a Magic player is ease of use. And this kind of also goes back to what I said before, which is I want the bag to help, not hinder. I want it to facilitate what I'm doing, not get in the way. And so one thing I hate about some bags is that things like adjustment straps are difficult to use. I really like how Peak Design has designed this. You just flip up this little metal clip here, and really just effortlessly you can readjust the shoulder strap. And so I really like that feature. Also, I really like how all of the straps have a feature that enables you to keep the straps from flopping around. Even on the back here, you can see this one. This allows to be tucked in. That's not so much an ease of use of feature, I suppose, but I find it frustrating when my backpack has a bunch of dangling straps, and I really appreciate what they did there. The fifth feature is security. Now, obviously you can carry some expensive things in a bag that you're taking to a Magic tournament, and I really like this feature right here. That is, if you take this zipper and you pull this off, it can then be looped around the other loop in the other zipper, reattached, and now you can't open either zipper without it catching the other one. Now, obviously this isn't a foolproof security device, but it isn't designed to be that. You know, somebody who's picking pockets isn't going to pick the person with a security device on their bag that they have to defeat. They just want to find the easy person that they can take something from them quickly. Okay, so the last point is the size. Here's a standard Nalgene bottle. As you can see, this bag it's really not very big. It's much smaller than a backpack, but I find that it's the perfect size for carrying things to a Magic tournament while also having a large amount of storage. And again, it's not just that it has a good amount of storage, it's how it organizes that storage for you so that not everything is just flapping around inside the bag. Okay, so a few extra points that I want to mention. I've already kind of mentioned the versatility, and you actually kind of already saw these, but I like how I can easily carry something like a Magic the Gathering deck box, and then at the same rate, I can carry something big and bulky and heavy like a 70 to 200 zooming camera lens. I won't go into what this lens is, just know that it's 1,500 grams. It's a professional grade lens, and it's a mainstay in the photography world. And even though this bag is svelte and small, because of these dividers, I can just put them in such a way that I can carry a big heavy lens like this. I can put a camera body in here. I can put small lenses in here. This bag has really become my favorite bag. When I travel with my family, I try to make this bag be my carry-on, but even if it's too small to be my carry-on, what I do is I flip these dividers to the side like this, and then I take the bag and I cinch down these, and now I have a bag that's mostly flat that goes inside my luggage, and when I get to our destination where we're traveling, I can take the bag out and walk around with this bag in the city as opposed to a big heavy backpack. One thing I like about these rivets is that the bag will rotate and adjust around your body and kind of center itself on its own gravity however it needs to. So however you're carrying it, the bag sort of wants to lean against you, and that kind of keeps it close to you and not dangling. Okay, so this is kind of a smaller point, but I really like this handle, which is also technically a luggage strap, or if you have carry-on, or if you have roller luggage, the handle can go up through here. Me and my wife have 2 kids, and so we're constantly carrying too much. You know, I have a car seat in one hand, I have my roller bag, I'm trying to carry this. And it's nice to be able to throw this onto my suitcase and know that it's not going to fall off and go anywhere, and free up my hands and my back to carry something else. The last bit is just sort of aesthetic. The bag is really attractive. All of this like metal hardware feels really substantial. The waterproof zippers, I like the zippers themselves are quality zippers. They don't really bind up. You can generally just open the entire bag one-handed quite freely. The construction quality is really high. I mean, on top of the fact that the bag feels like a very well-made and quality product, I just really like how it has a lifetime warranty, and I really like the ingenuity in the bag. There's features I still haven't mentioned. You have these little side loops which can be used to carry things. You can use these pouches that they make and mount them to this if you want to expand the capabilities of the bag. I'm really not going to go into everything. This is just what I thought was most important. Okay, so what do I pack to a Magic tournament, and how would I pack it in this bag? Okay, so first off, obviously, we have our deck box. Then we have our water bottle. I prefer to bring my own water bottle so that I can refill it as much as I need to. I don't want to, you know, some tournament organizers will have reasonable prices on concessions, but I also don't want to find myself at one of those places where they're charging you $4 for a bottle of water. I can fill this up at a water fountain or the restroom, and that's how I prefer to roll. Then you obviously want to carry food to a Magic tournament. I prefer to carry things like nuts and fruit, something like a banana. That one's getting pretty spotted. Here's some nuts. Probably if I had an apple, I'd throw that in here too. I will give myself one treat, and that is a Snickers bar. I like Snickers, and I've just found that, you know, if you have like a really rough tournament or you don't feel like you play well, you know, it's kind of nice to be like, I'm just gonna have the Snickers and then go play my next round. Also, if you're doing really well, hey, you can celebrate with a Snickers bar. And it's nice that I don't want to have too much sugar, things like that, but one Snickers bar I think is okay. Then kind of up here in the organization area, I have an external battery for my phone, so that way I can keep it charged. And again, in some bags, all this stuff would just be loosely floating around, and as you've probably already guessed, I would find that really frustrating. So I have a cable for my phone. I'll probably put that there with the battery. can't use them while playing anymore, but I still like to bring headphones for between rounds or just what have you. Tic Tacs for that minty fresh breath, and so I don't kill my opponent with coffee breath or whatever. And last thing for this section is hand sanitizer. I am not a germaphobe. However, I can acknowledge that you will come in contact with more people and just more things that could get you sick at a large Magic tournament than probably most places that you go in your life. I've also been in the restroom and found that they don't have soap at the venue occasionally. So I like this hand sanitizer. I can use it between rounds. It helps protect me, it helps protect my opponents, but most importantly, I can use it before I eat anything. Again, I don't want to get sick. Sunglasses, if it's sunny. So that kind of does it for the main pocket. Oh, there is one thing. Now, if you have trades, like a trade binder, those can go in the pocket here. And I've actually taken this bag. Let me show you how I carry my trades. Okay, I don't go to a Magic tournament to trade, but if I do, I'll bring a box like this. And when I do that, these food items, I just put in the front pocket, which I'm about to show you in a second. This would go here, and then the food items would go in this pocket, which is nice because these straps open. And then this bottom section expands to like 3 or 4 times its closed size so that you could actually fit food in here. But for the purposes of this video, let's leave it out. Okay, so the front pocket's for a few other little miscellaneous items. I have allergies, and if I ever have to sneeze, I want like a little pack of tissues just so I don't have to get up or I don't end up in a situation where my nose is running and I have no recourse. In this pocket here, I generally put extra sleeves. So you got some KMC Hyper Mats, some inner sleeves, and I'll also put my notepads that I'll use when I'm documenting life totals. Then that space actually works really well if you have a couple of extra sideboard cards you're not sure if you want to run. And then this last little section here, let's see, it's kind of hard to see. That's just where I put my pen. And bit of advice, bring 2 pens. The reason is you could lose yours, but invariably you're going to sit next to the pen guy. And the pen guy is the guy at the tournament who never has a pen. And then he'll even say things like, hey man, can we share a pen? And I'm always thinking, no, I don't want to share a pen with you. I just want you to have a pen. I don't want to get distracted because I'm sharing a pen, so then I'll just be like, here, you can use this pen for the tournament and give it back to me. Or you can use this pen for the round and give it back to me. I almost forgot, I need to show you how to carry the playmat. So I lift these straps up, and then it actually kind of creates like a flap under here. And I actually just take the playmat and I feed it through the straps. If I cinch that down, it's held very securely. This flap kind of offers a bit of protection. If it's gonna rain and I'm carrying this playmat, then what I'll do, and I'll just take the playmat and kind of just like squeeze it in here. It's not ideal, but it will keep the playmat out of the rain while you're going between the car and the tournament location or what have you. All right, everybody, that does it for the Everyday Sling Bag and what I would pack to a Magic tournament. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, you know what to do. If you like it a lot, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for the support, and I will see you soon.